If you don't know, this is such great information. I did not know. Hey you guys, my name is Taquisha. This is Our Freedom Song. I'm sitting in our greenhouse and I'm so happy that you're here. There are ants everywhere. Everywhere. And I have no idea why. Why are there ants everywhere? Why? Why? What's going on here? Well, they're running away from this, so that's good. I have no idea why there are ants everywhere inside of the greenhouse. I was literally in here yesterday doing all the things and I did not see one ant. And so all of a sudden they're like, this is their spot. And I'm like, it's not. This is not your home. And so I heard that cinnamon helped, cinnamon essential oil. I might have to get like a big batch of some type of cinnamon spray because I only have so much essential oil. And so I might have to really look into that. If you have a natural way of preventing ants, if you've heard about cinnamon, definitely let me know. I heard that they don't like it. So if you draw a line with your cinnamon, they won't like come past the line. And so I thought that was very, very interesting to try out. Anyway, so you saw me bottle up these citrus leaves that we harvested 1 or 2 days ago, and they're already ready and they're nice and dry. I think it was 2 days ago. So those are ready and those are nice and dry. The only thing that I really need to get is the moisture packets, the packets that absorb moisture. If there's a brand that you use that you really like for your dried herbs, the basil. So we harvested lots of basil and catnip, and my intentions is to just dry them and leave whole in a container like this. And for other ones, I want to just grind up and use as seasonings. The reason why I'm going to leave some whole is because I don't know if I'm going to use some of them for a tincture, and I would prefer for them to be in more of a whole leaf like this versus all grounded up. I needed to harvest like today, like yesterday, right? So we did it today. I actually saw something recently that said your herbs should be left whole until you're ready to use them because it preserves the medicinal qualities in it. I don't know how true that is. You've heard something like that? Definitely let me know. But I thought that was interesting, like to not grind it all up until you're ready to be using it, you know, over a period of time. So we'll see. I just knew that I needed to go ahead and harvest those things and get them drying. Washed up the basil, laid it out on some of our dehydrator trays, some of the trays that I showed you guys the other day that we've just gotten free from the stores whenever we've gotten flowers. If you get enough and you just leave it on that tray. I've never had anyone say, no, you can't take that tray. They just let you carry it on the tray because it's even easier and safer for your plants than them stuffing them all in a bag. So I just put them on the trays, the one that can drain, and then just laid them out on this table with this sheer material right here so that they can dry on the table. And there's plenty of space in here to dry all the things. And so I am loving using this greenhouse as a dehydrator. It is going really, really well because it stays so hot in here, and it's so nice because it's hot outside. I barely want to turn the oven on, you know? I mean, we do, but if I don't have to turn the oven on or turn on another appliance like the dehydrator inside of the house, and I can just do it outside naturally, like that's the best thing. No electricity, no oven heat in the house, no extra heat in the house. And so it's definitely a win-win. I am so excited to let you know as far as with the garden renovation, just a little update. We are doing, like I said last time, a little bit every single time. We put up 3 cattle panel arches, y'all, and it is so fantastic. I am so happy about it because it truly is so like whimsical already, and there's nothing on there, and you can directly see the greenhouse clearly. And I can't wait to see those arches filled up with all the wonderful things. I know, as tall as we are, so I'm 5'8", Thomas is 6'1", those arches are really high. So we're gonna have to have a specific ladder, it seems like, to get some things off of there. Have a garden stool that we can climb up on to harvest because that's how tall it is. But it's so epic that I definitely want to leave it that way. Collecting the soil and sending it off is the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, because it's like, if you don't know, this is such great information. I did not know that every county has an extension office. Our local extension is going to be the place that you want to call to, you know, ask questions about soil and agriculture and all those things. And so it is so awesome to know that every county has one, because I did not know that. I thought I had to travel like an hour in order to get my soil tested. I let you guys know that for the fall garden, what my intentions was to get the soil tested in order to, you know, before I planted anything. Lo and behold, I found out that we have an extension office here and they do the testing, and it's so inexpensive, $6, and you get a whole complete list of all the things. And so I'll definitely share that list with you guys when I get it, just to kind of show you what it looks like if you're interested. But yeah, all I have to do is put some soil in here, and they give you the instructions on exactly how to get your sample right on the back. And so I took a sample out of our trailer that we put all of our container soil in. I took a sample out of that, and I also took a sample out of our in-ground garden beds so that I could have both and I can know what it needs. And I'm so excited about it because I just think that's so cool to put exactly what you need to put into the soil in order for it to have optimal health. Really, really, really excited about that. So I'm going to be putting my soil into these bags, filling them out, and sending them, dropping them off tomorrow. And it also came with a little pamphlet so that you would know like exactly what to do. Now I feel confident to send in my soil samples and to get the information that I need in order for us to have optimal growth in the garden. because the fall season is upon us. As promised, I want to open up our flower press together. Now, if you weren't here for that video, definitely check it out. We made a flower press and took our flowers from the garden and pressed them into a homemade flower press that Thomas made for us, and it was super easy, super simple to do. And we just used cardboard and some printer paper and set out to see how it was going to be. So let's open this up and see what we can see. Pretty cool, right? I'm trying to see about this one. Yeah, it came out so cool. I'm trying to see if I can get this one off.
What's that?
This flowers.
Oh, that's cool.
That is so cool.
So pretty. Wait, is it like hard?
It's very thin.
Daddy, look.
That's pretty cool. It's a pretty one.
I love the light flowers right there.
These are here.
Yeah.
Yes, I love the detail on it.
Get squashed.
They get squashed. Let's look at it. Let's see what the other looks like.
Oh, it's stuck in the top. Oh, that one's pretty.
It's pretty because they're all face down.
That one's perfect. That's a nice top. Those are round. That's pretty. Petals are so pretty.
So it doesn't fix on anything else.
Those just, and we have so many of these outside that we can press.
Those are perfect.
Yeah, I love these.
Those could definitely make it
Yeah. We have lots of these. We're going to have to get them from out there so we can save them. I am actually pleasantly surprised by all of this. I just think it's the coolest thing to take the things that you are growing. You can even take weeds and to press them and to preserve them and to have them to use for whatever it is that you want to use them for, from cooking to crafting. It's just such a fun experience. Some people even use their flowers to press on clothing, and I think that that is amazing. This yellow flower is by far my favorite. Next would be the white in this batch right here. That is so fascinating to me, and so I feel like it's really exciting too, because yellow and black is very much so still a fall color, and so we get to make all types of fun crafts with this fall yellow and black. I would love to do some prints and some things like that using these flowers. We are a homeschooling family. As I've mentioned before, I have this beautiful privilege of spending quality time with our children, just learning, and I learned so much too. Like, it's crazy how much you forget, or maybe I was never taught, I don't know, but it's amazing like how much you learn, and it's just so fun. And so we've had such a fun week just learning all kinds of things together, baking together and doing art. The thing about the baking, like, food science is so cool, and because we love to cook from scratch, it is so cool that we are getting to experience the why behind things working. The why. So why does our bread rise? Why? What does the yeast, what is yeast, and what does it do? I don't know if it's pleasantly surprised, but it was so interesting this week as we was learning for science about yeast. So we were learning about yeast and learned that it's a fungus and it's sleeping. The warm water wakes up the yeast, and after the yeast wakes up, it's hungry and it starts to eat the sugar. Once it's eating the sugar, it starts to pass gas. It's passing gas and it's burping, right? And that's what's creating the bubbles. We were reading about this, and I'm telling y'all, I did not know this. I bake bread and I am in there doing all the things, and I never put that together, that these bubbles and those nice fluffy air pockets in all of that bread comes from the fact that the yeast is burping and passing gas and creating all of these air bubbles, that then when you bake the bread, it's all that nice, all those beautiful holes within that bread comes from all of that happening. And I just thought, wow, we are learning so much, girls. We are learning so much. We got to do some fun art, and the really incredible thing about homeschooling is that you can make it what you want it to be. They are learning science, but you're coming up, well, you can come up with their curriculum. You can get curriculums. Is there anybody in this community who follow our page that homeschool? It's not something that I talk about a lot. I don't know if I should on here. I don't know if that's an interest for anybody, but it's definitely a big part of our life, and especially right now because school is in session. We do co-ops. My girls take a Spanish class because I don't speak Spanish. We have field trips, and it's like the best thing ever. Like, it's been such a joy, and I feel like they're growing up so fast. So I'm so grateful that I get the privilege of being home with them to experience all these different things with them, because I authentically enjoy spending time with our kids. They are such a blessing to me. We like sing together and we do music together, like as a family. That's another really big part of just being together, is being able to sing together, very musical, which I love. A lot of the music that you hear on here will be Princeton, our son. He plays keys, he plays several different instruments, and he's taught himself all of those instruments. He's been able to really lean into that because he is homeschooled, and you know, our schedules are different. And so I'm really grateful. I'm so proud of him. He's so incredible. Even without all of the musical ability, he's really, really incredible. And so, but we're just always so fascinated by how quickly he, you know, he hears music and can do all that. And so hopefully this year we have lots more musical experience. So yeah, music is a big part of our family, just in case you wanted to know. So if you are part of the homeschooling community, definitely drop it down below, because I would just love to know how many of you guys homeschool. I was not homeschooled. I went to public school. Thomas went to public school. And so we are the first generation of homeschoolers. I say first generation, obviously back in the day, back in the day, they obviously taught children at home. I'm not against any of it. I'm just grateful that I get to homeschool and be with our children. Like, you know, I think it's cool. And so, yeah, definitely drop that down below if you are a homeschool parent, if you are a homeschool household, and definitely tell me like your favorite part about homeschooling, because I would love to know. Now that I've talked your ear all the way off, thank you for joining me today in the greenhouse. I really appreciate just being able to sit here and chat with you and talk to you guys, talk to you about life, and just kind of let you in a little bit more into our life. And so I appreciate your attention and your willingness to sit here and chat with me in the greenhouse. We are going to continue to renovate the garden, so definitely stay tuned. So much for hanging out with me, and we will chat down in those comments below, and I will see you guys next time.